was Noah. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Breach445 here, recording this for the second time. So, I'm introducing a new series due to the fact that my old computer is in the shop, and I can only do audio-based with mild editing, and I don't have my camera feed or anything or any gameplay, and I feel really bad about this. So, to circumvent this, what I will be doing is creating a new series called Boom! Breached! Opinions! Dun dun dun! And the first thing I want to talk about today, I'm going to try to keep it a little briefer. These are going to be about 10 to 20 minute videos on just my opinions on random things. For example, one I'm thinking of doing is why Marvel will run themselves into the ground. Why Batman is, objectively speaking, going to lose in a fight to Superman. Star Wars, who would win in a fight, that kind of stuff. But the first one I want to talk about, only because it's been on my mind for a very long while now, and I don't know why I haven't talked about this. I've had the channel for I don't know how long, and for whatever reason, something in my brain has never told me, why don't you put your opinions out there? So I'm going to put my opinions out there. Sub-Zero in Injustice 2 breaks the game. He is totally unfair to fight against, and it is completely and utterly lopsided, one-sided, and unfun to fight against. And because it is a paid fighter, it's pay to win. Now, the same can be said of Darkseid. The same can be said of Brainiac. Oh, wait. This brings me to another point of just context to show you how shady NetherRealm is not afraid of being in their games. Brainiac is marketed as a $5 DLC character. And in the description, in the bottom, it says that you unlock him early. But it's very hard to see that, but you can unlock him just by beating the story. It's so shady. And the Source Crystal microtransactions. Oi! That's going to be the next one, is microtransactions in gaming, and why it's completely ruining it. But now I guess I should explain why Sub-Zero is so overpowered and one-sided. And the answer stems from his freaking trait. Oh my gosh. This thing is overpowered, ridiculous, insane. Every other word that implies insanity. Ever. This needs to be patched. NetherRealm, listen to me. This needs to be patched. Holy cow. Oh, okay. My raging aside. Sub-Zero has a trait, and that trait is his ice clone. So, normally I wouldn't mind the ice clone. That's a very integral part of the Sub-Zero moveset. He either has the teleport or the clone. That's just who Sub-Zero is as a character, and there's no fixing it. And I bumped my new microphone because I'm still getting used to having a microphone on a boom arm with a pop filter and all that stuff, instead of just recording off a gaming headset, which I have to say, I like recording without the gaming headset because I'm not wearing anything that's making it super hard to hear. But okay, focus Breach. Okay, Sub-Zero has a trait, which I don't mind. It's fine. I mean, it's easy to bump into because of just how fast it comes out. Like, if you're jumping and you pop it at the apex of your jump, you're screwed and you'll hit it, and you can get a free combo off. And it's kind of annoying because it doesn't have a meter, which is what most other full freeze weapons in the game have, like Superman and Supergirl, and I think there's a couple others, but off the top of my head I don't remember them. I think there's a couple abilities. I know that Green Arrow isn't a freeze move. I know that's just a trait similar to Sub-Zero, but you actually have to put the down back, I think it's down back or down forward 4, which is a thing that takes time and distance to use, and you can't just pop it out on the fly. But Sub-Zero, you can, and while that does annoy me, and I think it's frustrating, and I think that makes it pay to win on its own, the thing that really annoys me is how fast that trait just charges up. I mean, if you use it, screw it up, throw out an ice ball, which is also another meter burn freeze. I mean, it is Sub-Zero, so you do expect a lot of freeze moves. Now, personally, I don't think that works in Injustice. I don't think that Scorpion belongs in Injustice 1, but they didn't ask me, which, if you ask me, brings the game down a couple pegs, but, they just didn't ask me. NetherRealm hit me up, man, totally. But, so, yeah, it's mainly the speed of the pop-out, because basically what he could do is he can trade, throw the trade or mess it up in some way, throw the trade, and then keep you at a distance, and then when you come back in, it's ready to pop in. No zoning, no real combos, it's just there. I mean, it's bad, and I think that, like I said, it makes it pay to win. And while I'm on the topic, Starfire is sort of overpowered. I don't own her, but I played her when the little trial mode came out. And while I'm not concerned too much with damages or how easy combos are to pull off, I guess how easy combos are to pull off, but I do have to take that with a grain of salt, and I do realize that it's just one of those things where the canceling out into the trait gives her a different playstyle, which isn't a bad thing, but it kind of makes the fights one-sided, which really does frustrate me. Since this is my opinion series, I don't think that DLC characters should be put in fighting games, but that's a topic for another day. So, yeah, Sub-Zero needs to be completely nerfed. What I would do, since I will always be, if I'm complaining about something, I will always contribute a solution. I think that when you pop the trait, there needs to be a much slower recharge time. It needs to be on par with Dexstar or I'm trying to think of the other ones. Or some of the others. Or, better yet, you've got to charge the trait. I mean, you should be invulnerable. I mean, that would make it too hard and too much of a Captain Cold, but there's got to be something. You got to slow that down to maybe 4 times a match, so that's once every match quarter, instead of once every, 5 seconds, if I remember correctly. Also, when it comes to my other things, as far as the Ice Clone needing a meter, I don't think that would be too hard, but, I mean, Sub-Zero does have 2 freeze moves, which is a go figure. His name is Sub-Zero. So, I do understand. It's just one of those really annoying things that I'm going to have to get over and find a way to circumvent. In regards to the DLC characters, honestly, that's a tough one, because I'd like to see guest characters, but I think what should be done instead is maybe more like Premier Skins, where they're 2 completely different characters, but they have different voice acting, but they behave the same, and it's not a one-sided thing. But I know that is a very controversial opinion, and I know maybe one person in all of eternity will share my viewpoint on that. That's fine. Yeah, guys, so this was my first episode of Breached Opinions. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to smack that like button. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that buzzwords. It really does help, guys. My goal is to get to 100 subscribers by the end of 2019. Let's make that a thing. 100 subscribers by the end of 2019. So, yeah, guys, this has been Breach445, signing out now.